Do you want to talk about Ginyu Squad at all, or have we talked about them enough to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's keep it
They're
going.
a bunch of fucking idiots. Let's move on.
No!
Yeah, let's get in the plot.
Dude.
Plot time.
No, but okay, before we go, sorry. Okay, sorry, I have
I did that on purpose.
you piece of shit. Okay, and what did you write again?
Dragonball Z.
Dragonball Z. Sayasin 2.
That was your best one you've ever done.
That was snappity.
Yeah.
was a very good snap.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back. We're back.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
I'm
doing it
back.
again.
Let's do this.
Dragon Ball Z Season 2.
Yep.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The
today.
road to the Super Saiyan.
The road is long.
Yep.
It definitely was.
Yeah, it's a really long road.
Yeah.
Maybe not as long as the Snake Road,
Yeah, that's true.
but it's a long road.
This is a long road.
Yeah.
For those who didn't know, we did Season 1 already.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, we've done season 1. Go watch
Yeah.
that. Or if you don't want to, just keep watching this because it's great. And we also have Jay back on the panel.
Yep.
For this because I need some help.
Doing it again.
Because
Yeah.
you're not competent enough to do it on your own.
No,
fuck you!
I'm just saying.
no. Because we need to make sure that
Yeah,
we
this
Kamehameha you
Yeah.
into submission on this.
Okay.
No
No,
questions asked.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna spirit bomb you.
Yeah.
Yeah, spirit bomb your ass.
That's
Maybe a spirit bomb inside your butt.
bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Save it for the OnlyFans.
That's kind of what. That's kind of
Anime,
what.
Shmanime, OnlyFans.com, spirit bombing, all over Jordy's face.
Upcoming pay-per-view.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna spoil the shit out of it.
Yeah, you
So
know, if you're seeing this and you haven't seen part 1, you made a mistake. So you already
Yes.
know we're spoiling this. Hopefully.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm your host,
Yeah.
Mikey Lee,
I'm Jordy Hedwick.
and we got Senpai.
Jay. Hello, everybody.
What's up?
What's up?
I don't have a really good, clever description for this because we've done it before, but I did keep calling it the Bulma is a stupid idiot show
Okay.
because she's the fucking worst, dude. Like that was the
Yeah.
worst.
She's the worst.
Yeah,
How is she the worst?
dude, she's the worst. Watching her do anything in this season was legit painful.
Dude.
She was the comic relief.
Yeah, she is the comic
Yeah.
relief. Well, her and Krillin.
Krillin?
Krillin's accidental comic relief. I think.
Yeah.
Most of the time. I think they intend for her to be comic relief more than Krillin.
Yeah,
but-
there's whole episodes of her just like fumbling around trying to catch Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's like some of that old school Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball energy coming
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
It really survives in Bulma because she was there.
Yeah.
At the beginning as well, right?
I
Like,
know.
she's at the beginning of Dragon Ball. She's made it all the way through, and she's
Yeah.
that like last surviving bastion of like old school Dragon Ball goofiness.
It's just a shame that it's her.
Yeah.
I find her so bothersome.
But you know what, though? It's only in in Dragon Ball Z, and even in the early stages of Dragon Ball Z, right? So, like, as soon as we hit...
Spoiler alert: she becomes a mama.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't say any more about that because that
Okay.
needs to be a surprise for you. But like,
Okay.
she does become a mama, and
And
her
it's-
her character changes.
Yeah, entirely.
Okay.
tremendously.
All right.
Way more
Yes.
serious, way more mature.
Good, because she's a fucking
Way
loser in
more-
this season.
Whoa! Yo, that's Jay's waifu, man.
Really?
That's Jay's waifu. I remember.
Just
Okay,
saying,
so when Jay and I first met, and we met through our buddy. Yeah.
I just having my opinions.
Sorry, I just had blacked out there for a second. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. You're good. What did you say?
I'm just gonna fucking throat stab him.
Wow.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
violent.
No, well, you deserve it.
Go on.
Wow.
But yeah, when Jay and I first met,
He asked me that.
Yeah, I asked you who was your.
We were playing Third Strike online, Street
Yeah.
Fighter Third Strike online.
Yeah.
like fucking nerds.
Yeah.
And we started talking about anime, and one of the first questions you asked me, you were like, "Who is your ultimate waifu?" And I was just like, "What a great question! I like this guy already." Yeah. And not only that, but being the fucking weeb that I am, of course I had an answer for him, and it was always like the OG for me, and it was like my first anime crush that I ever had, which is Bulma. When I was a little fucking tyke, man, watching Dragon Ball Z growing up, she was like that cool, like, older girl in the neighborhood who had like dyed hair that was just like, she was cooler, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was just
I didn't find her very cool.
yeah, but like
she also, but I mean,
she's not supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she reminded me of those types of girls that I like had crushes on as a little kid.
But like in this,
But in this, in her context, in this, she was the fun. She made me laugh. She lightened everything up.
sure.
But did you watch Dragon Ball though, right? Like too.
No, like that was after my intro to the Dragon Ball world was through Z.
Was through Z. Oh, okay. Because in the original series, like, she's a badass. She goes out and tries to find the Dragon Balls on her own, and she has all the capsals. And
Yeah,
shit
she
like
fights
that.
off dinosaurs and she
Yeah,
rides
like,
motorcycles
and
she's
makes
like,
fucking Master Roshi's nose bleed all the time.
She like literally just hung out in a cave for this entire season.
Yeah, they do make her do some silly shit.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But don't you fucking call her a stupid idiot.
I'm gonna have a hard time not. I'll try for you though. I'll try.
I'll crawl across this
I'll
desk,
try for
bro.
you.
Yeah.
I'll try for you.
All
I'm
sexy like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like right in the middle here, and fucking Jay's just gonna jump this table.
That doesn't bode well for me because I don't think you're gonna try and stop him.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be like, get him.
You guys are sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Yeah, guys. I don't know. I found actually like this season had a little more plot.
Yep.
Yep, that
At
makes
first,
sense.
at least, and then later on, it was like the second half of the season was more like par for the course. Yeah, I don't know. There was a little bit less of like people doing the same thing for fucking ever. That still did happen, but there was plot being advanced while that was happening,
Yes.
as opposed to just like the whole half of a season.
The story here gets multifaceted all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Whereas everything, like, you know, not to say everything, but like season 1, it was very Goku on the Snake Road.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then everything else.
Yeah.
This is like you're following 4 or 5 different storylines on Namek alone.
Yeah.
Not to mention Goku on the way.
Yeah.
And then we're also checking back in with Chi-Chi at home, fucking losing her mind about Gohan.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we're hopping around a lot in some cool ways.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot more to
yeah.
chew on here.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
You're getting
Yeah.
more substance.
For sure.
And you're getting really important characters this season or this time around too,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Like one that comes back later.
Legendary
but,
characters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But how, like, okay, before we dive into the plot, like,
Yeah.
how amazing is their dance?
Whose dance?
The Ginyu Forces.
The
dance.
little poses they do?
Yeah.
Their little
I don't know
intro-
if I would use the word amazing.
Intro moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intro moves.
I don't know if I would use the word amazing.
Well, yeah. What other word could there be for that?
Silly?
No. Try again.
Stupid?
No, try again.
Awkward? Unnecessary?
Can't all of those
Yeah.
things also be amazing?
Yeah. Amazingly.
In certain contexts, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I didn't say this was one of them.
Oh. Anyways.
Yeah. I'm assuming we're not going to do a history segment because we covered it in
Yes.
episode 1. And at
That's
this
right,
point,
guys.
you
Go
all
watch
know
it.
what Dragon Ball Z is all about.
Now you
Yeah.
have to go watch at part 1 because you need that background.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need.
go.
You also like most people will know at this point too, if you've been into Dragon Ball Z, about the history,
Yeah,
about
you know the
the
background.
about the writer, about
For
the
sure.
artist.
For sure.
So let's jump in.
Jump
So,
into the
yeah.
world. We're on Namek.
World.
Yeah,
We're on a
welcome
planet.
to part
Namek.
2.
Yeah.
Well, we think.
At first, yeah.
We see some other planets, but for the most part,
It's Namek.
we're looking at
It's
Namek
Namek.
here.
And Namek is very similar in a lot of ways to Earth, the way they depicted it. Just blue.
Slightly different color palette.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And one
you
type
could
of tree. One type
yeah.
of tree.
Yeah, the little pom pom trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what was that? What's that Dr. Seuss?
All the Dr. Seuss books have
Lorax.
trees like that.
The
Oh,
Lorax.
the Lorax. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
It is like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cliffs are kind of a purplish
Yeah.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
my-
aside from that, they might have just lifted frames.
Maybe. I
yeah.
don't know about that, but maybe.
Nah.
But it might as well have been. It's the same exact.
Not that big a
landscape.
jump.
Yeah.
I don't think did they reuse a lot of frames in the series, because I don't remember them using
In Dragon Ball, yes, but it was usually within a season.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like within an arc, you would
Yeah.
get repeat frames.
Okay.
Recycled frames, but not between arcs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
most likely not on different planets.
Sure.
But there is obviously a lot of attack animations that they use like flashing colored backgrounds,
Yeah.
where it could be, they could transplant that in any scene. Because the background is irrelevant, right? It's an action background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just showing motion or energy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They could supplant that scene into a scene in space
Yeah.
or on the planet or whatever, because that's not the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
have a
know?
couple of those in our intro animation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
show.
Well, exactly.
Same
right?
idea, right?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, also some of the motion, I remember it like the cells that they would use, it would just be like 2 or 3 cells repeated back and forth.
When they're fighting
When
and
they're
stuff.
fighting,
Yeah, I see what
right?
you're saying, yeah.
To show motion, or like even if they're throwing a Kamehameha and they're trying to show that their hair is moving, it's two cells going back and forth.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Yeah.
going, you can honestly do that with yourself, like on a
flip book?
On a flip book,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen people do it online. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, my daughter has a book like that.
Oh yeah.
Dogman.
Dogman.
Classic dog man.
Yeah.
Classic. He wouldn't survive in
Dude,
fucking
you know how
this world, though.
Dogman's origin story? Sidestep here. Dude, a cop, his dog, a cop and his dog both got like almost dead, and the doctor's like, "We'll just sew that dog's head onto that cop's body," and that's how we get Dogman.
What?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I feel like that's a really dark story
Yeah.
for a
yeah,
kid.
dude. Anyways,
Indeed, anyways.
I don't have much more else to say about the world. I mean, it kind of just is what it is.
Yeah, I think
know what I
really
mean?
what they were trying to do though is set up a world so that they can have like go all out and obliterate shit.
It's a blank slate for battle scenes.
exactly
Yeah.
right. Like anytime.
Sparsely populated.
There's some
Yeah.
stones and some mountains you can toss people into and shit like that. But like aside from that, there's nothing going on.
and it kind of explains away any like repercussion as far as any consequences. Like they're not going to be battling in cities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
right.
collateral damages.
Yeah.
Something interesting that just popped into my head. I didn't think about it before, but like there's a lot of like bodies of water, and it seems like the only wildlife on this planet is like aquatic wildlife.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. Yeah.
I
I
don't think
also
that's
find-
intentional. I think that's just circumstantial. They just
Yeah.
didn't draw any on the land.
No, but I also feel like that's just kind of a fun stylistic choice for Dragon Ball, because I remember like Goku when he was a kid, he would like always try to find big ass fish to eat and stuff like that. And I think it's also maybe more fun to draw like huge fish monsters and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know. Maybe.
I believe it. I don't draw. Jay, what do you think? Is it fun to draw fish?
Hell yeah.
All right, nice. I do the little like boop.
Nice. Good for you.
Okay, so let's talk about the art then, which again, I don't really have much to say. It's like the same Dragon Ball art. It's kind of bland to me. There's not a lot of detail and stuff going on.
Yeah, I think moving forward, because we've already covered art in the last episode for this, or part 1.
Yeah.
You know, we should probably talk about more so the
Character design?
designs.
You want to move that into the art conversation?
Well,
Yeah.
I do quickly want to say that, like, you know, it's very, very subtle, and you'd almost have to go maybe frame side by side, but like, there are some subtle changes starting to happen to certain characters. Again,
sure.
in their character design and stuff, but like that just lends into like the art style in general, where like there is a little bit more detail.
I did think that. I was like,
Tiny
yeah.
little bit.
I couldn't confirm it, but I was like, I feel like
You're
this
getting a
might
bit more
be
grit,
marginally better than
a little
Yeah.
bit more grit and dirt and like little dirty marks.
Yeah.
The tears and the rips
Yeah.
and tatters are a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's almost like it's starting to age up a tiny little bit.
and it would have
as it
to.
goes.
You can't just release this. You can't just be the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, it would
well, I
have
mean,
to.
it gets more and more refined, right? Like
Yes.
even later on in the Dragon Ball Z like seasons,
Yeah.
like when we get all the way down to the Cell Saga or even the Buu Saga, like which we'll get to.
Yeah.
right. The animation is so much better.
If you were to look at like a side by side of
Season one
Vegeta season 1 versus like, you know, later on Vegeta, it's
Yeah.
like
Spoiler alert.
you'd swear it was entirely different.
Yeah.
Characters altogether,
yeah.
like maybe different shows altogether,
Okay,
right?
cool, yeah.
Because again, this is all part of this process to transition nicely from the cartoonishness of Dragon Ball
Yeah.
into the more serious Z timeline, but
Yeah.
in a smooth way.
Yeah.
That's why if you watch the very last episode of Dragon Ball into the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, it's not that big a leap.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
style-wise.
I see what you're saying.
But if you jump all the way to the end of Z,
It's a huge leap. Yeah.
changes a lot.
Okay, cool. I look forward to that.
Cool. But just keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, character design, that's the fun shit here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about these guys?
Which guys?
These fucking guys.
What are they
What
called?
are they called? Yeah.
The Ginyu Squad.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite,
Yeah.
bro?
You asked me that, dude, and I didn't have
You've
an
had
answer
and
for
now
you.
you've had time to think about it. So who's your favorite, bro?
Do you know who he is, though? Okay, who is Jordy in the Ginyu Force, though?
Raccoon.
Nah.
No, Goldo.
That's motherfucking you, bitch.
No way,
Yeah.
man. No way. Absolutely not. That's fucking you.
No.
I'm Captain Ginyu.
Yeah, right, buddy. You
Yeah.
fucking wish.
I'm Captain. Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally am.
I'm the leader of the team.
I'm the best dancer out of the three of us, for sure.
I don't know about that. You never seen me dance.
I know for a fact you don't dance.
Just because I don't dance doesn't mean I can't dance. Well,
we need to have a dance off or something.
that's
We'll
an
put
idea.
that shit on our TikTok. Hey guys, we have TikTok.
Yeah, we do have TikTok. I don't really have a favorite. I mean, this is how I explained it to you before. The funniest was this guy.
Yeah,
He's the funniest.
definitely.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
That's it. Who's your favorite?
Character design wise, I like Birder a lot. Top left.
Yeah.
I think he looked really badass. I mean, obviously, it's short lived.
He looks like he should play for the Monster Squad.
Yeah, the Monstars.
Monstars,
Monstars.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Monstars.
But I thought he was a really cool design. And I mean, Ginyu is a pretty iconic character. I mean, his veiny head scares me a little bit, but like, I don't know. I have such nostalgia for all of these guys. So much.
Yeah.
Especially if you were like a guy who played a lot of the fighter games.
Sure. Yeah, they were always fun to play.
They were always
Fun
fun to play.
characters.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And I mean, some of them still creep me out. Obviously, fucking Jace is like his legs.
Yeah. Why are they like that? Why is he so red? He looks like he's made of plastic.
Yeah. But I find that a lot of these like alien type characters are usually like one note, like they're one color note.
They do that in this
they
movie,
do.
in
Color
this show,
blocking.
rather,
Yeah,
a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the whole reason why the Nameks are green, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like the Nameks just have a better design just all over, like especially with I guess the weird muscle
Yeah.
parts,
Fibrous muscles that
fibers,
stick
yeah,
through.
and stuff like
Little
that.
little cute antenna on their heads.
Yeah.
Also, it's Namekians.
Is it?
Namekians.
Namekians.
Okay. From
He's like,
planet
he's
Namek.
like straight up at this point, like he just doesn't care anymore.
No, he doesn't give a
He's like,
fuck.
We're really
yeah.
early in the game to be coming to that realization that I just don't care. But, you know, it's all right. I'm here for you. I'm here for
No,
it.
you don't understand, man. This we have to give Dragon Ball its due.
Yeah.
Right? Dragon Ball Z its due. It is like one of the this is not just
You called it the Mount Everest.
yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It is a Mount Everest of an anime.
Yeah.
Right? We have and it's so influential. It's also one of the biggest selling figure line, I think. You're right. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Merchandising?
think merchandise, right? Like I don't
on.
think any other
Nothing touches Dragon Ball.
anime like sells out like Dragon Ball does or sells like Dragon Ball does.
Yeah.
Right? So
All right.
and also like Dragon Ball Z Fighters, like that's a great fucking game.
I never played it.
Good. No, good. No, not good.
Good. Stay away.
Good because you know that if I play it, I'll probably just shit on it.
You don't deserve
Yeah.
it.
Actually, you know what's funny in the game? We're totally fucking going on it.
That's all right. We'll get back to
Yeah,
it.
but in that game, the animation frames in there is like it's a 2D game, but with 3D characters. It's so cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Like
so
Clay
cool.
Fighter.
Whoa, Clay Fighter! Holy shit, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
And also, no, not at all like Clay.
but yeah, not at all like Clay Fighter.
All right.
Moving
never mind.
on,
Fuck me then, I
Jordy. You
guess. I
fucking
don't know.
ruined that.
Character design. There's two other characters I think actually who maybe deserve a little bit of conversation about design.
Yeah,
Certainly.
Frieza, obviously,
course.
who like is like an intergalactic Karen.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. You know
Yeah.
what? I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Because it's true though. Like I think we were talking off screen too. Like I remember being a little bit confused back when I was watching it in dub when it
Yeah.
first came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, is Frieza a girl? Right? Like
Yeah, as a kid, you were
Yeah.
there's definitely a little bit of an androgynous.
They
thing going
say
on.
he and him all the time.
Yeah.
Frieza is most definitely male gendered.
Yeah.
But,
in all
yeah.
of Dragon Ball,
Sure.
100%.
but
But
it's
the voice actor, rest in peace. Actually, he passed away. I think this year, last year.
Yeah.
It was a guy.
okay.
Yeah.
That I would never have guessed.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And also, when you first meet him, he shows up with a squad of Karens. Like
yeah.
they're all just a
Yeah.
bunch of like middle-aged women.
His little assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other one is the eldest Namek I was going to talk about, who's pretty much like a Jabba the Hutt kind of character.
Humongous.
Yeah.
Why is he so big?
Why is he so big?
I don't know.
Are the other ones going to get that
Is
big
he
if they don't
eating
die?
the other Namekians?
Yeah. What's happening? Yeah.
But still kind of cool, like, you know,
I mean,
visually.
I
sure,
find
cool.
that anytime they have like an elderly, like, you know, a communal or clan elder or whatever, right? Especially when they're portrayed in like alien form, they're always kind of big.
Like big fat slobs.
Yeah,
Because
or
they don't
like
have to work hard anymore. They just sit in
Yeah.
one spot and people serve them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
So-
I think, you know, maybe also drawing some symbolism to like some like religious iconography and stuff
Yeah.
and religious art
Yeah.
where there is, you know, a worship of a large, you know, being.
Yeah.
You know, that's
believe it.
Parallels.
yeah,
Yeah.
parallels.
Yeah.
I believe it. Let's talk about music for a second.
Okay.
Classic Looney Tunes kind of soundtrack.
Just like,
Like
the first
it
season.
might as well be Looney Tunes. There were a couple moments that stood out real hard when Goku's hanging upside down in 100G. It's the most intense music of the whole show.
Yeah.
For that scene. For that scene.
Dude, my anxiety
Yeah.
was through the roof through that fucking
Yeah.
sequence,
Yeah.
man. When he fucking cannot figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
He's just stuck upside down.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Looney Tunes and Dragon Ball Z, if you go on YouTube and you search Looney Tunes Dragon Ball Z, you see this coming right away.
Here it comes.
Yeah, this is a bad one.
Okay, yeah, that's a bad one. Just help us subscribe. subscribe, like,
Yeah.
comment, turn
Yeah.
on the notifications.
Hit us up on TikTok. We have that now.
Yeah, hit us up on TikTok. What's the TikTok again?
Shmanime Pod.
Anime Pod.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
We'll
so,
link it all below.
Okay, I'm sorry for that really brutal delivery.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
Get
I got
better
it.
at that.
Yeah, and sometimes it is, sometimes it doesn't. I make it up on like every episode,
Yeah.
so I don't know when I'm doing it.
I like it.
Yeah.
You got to be more like Vegeta, where it gets stronger every time it fails.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
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 I'll get beaten up in the comments, and then I'll just come back stronger
That's
and more
right.
wittier.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some of the characters. A lot of them are like familiar faces, but some of them have changed a little bit. So the first one I want to talk about is Vegeta.
Yes.
Who I almost said Vegeta.
I saw
sorry.
you almost
I'm
do it,
sorry.
but you caught
I
yourself.
caught myself.
Thank you, sir.
Vegeta. And Vegeta's interesting because Vegeta's less evil in this season, right?
Yep.
Kind of an anti-hero vibe.
Yeah.
Which we talked about on the last recording session we had, that we like anti-heroes.
We sure do, buddy.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of his anti-hero.
Careful.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See, this is good. We need to be deeper in this.
Oh, man. Dude.
The fear in Jordy's face when you said that. You're like, we need to be deeper in this. And Jordy's like, whoa.
He's powering up over here.
Yeah, you scared him.
Yeah.
You scared him. And that just made me laugh really hard.
Yeah. Dude. Okay, I'll say he's still a son of a bitch, Vegeta. Like, he still fucks around and he's still like not a good dude, but we don't, like, when I say we, I mean the good guy team. We don't fight him in this season.
Right.
No.
He's on our team in this season.
There's a
Yeah.
bigger enemy at foot.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe there is a little fight with him early on, or I can't remember if it's a fight or banter. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, he shows up and he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, there is a little bit of turmoil when he does
Exactly,
first
yeah.
show up.
And there's always
Yeah.
turmoil, but they like work together.
In the end,
Yeah.
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 Well, once Frieza comes into the
Yeah.
picture, it's
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, we need to stop this petty shit right now because
Totally.
this guy will actually kill us.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I said, I was the strongest, but I'm not.
No, not
Yeah.
even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's talk about Frieza. We talked about what he looks like. I almost said she. And but like how they are, how Frieza is like they build him up to be like the big bad guy. You don't see it in this at
No.
all.
Right.
Right? A little bit like in the way he handles his team. Like, for example, in the same way that Vegeta took out Nappa because Nappa was weak, Frieza does the same thing to one of her goons, his
Yes.
goons.
Yes.
In the same way. So you see what they're doing with him, right? They're
And
like,
you see the reverence and the fear that
Everyone's
his
terrified.
subordinates have. Yeah.
Yeah.
to the point where even the Ginyu Squad, who are like the most feared, everyone's terrified of them, they still answer to Frieza.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
But
Yeah.
like Vegeta, like, you know, is obviously your actual lane to understanding how scared everybody should be. Like,
Well,
Yes.
what's funny though is Vegeta doesn't seem too scared of Frieza. He's terrified of them.
He's definitely afraid of Frieza. When he
he's-
finds out Frieza's on planet, he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
he's like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly because he does know that he'll probably end up seeing them.
Yeah.
Before he sees Frieza.
Sure.
Chances are.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the other thing too is like I love the juxtaposition of how Frieza looks and how feared he is compared to everybody else, because Frieza's just like this tiny little guy with these little horns in his little like hovering wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like floating around.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And even when he comes out of the wheelchair, he looks kind of like a little worm, like he's wormish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not super imposing or scary necessarily.
No.
But definitely the design is unique and interesting enough to let you know like this is an important fucking character.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like you gotta like pay attention to this one.
Yeah.
We didn't put this much effort into making him look like this.
Yeah.
For you to just brush him off as some random fucking alien.
Yeah. I do think it comes off more in the way they talk about him than in the way he looks. Like again, they all look fucking like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not quite as much as Frieza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as much as Frieza, but like
Think about like the different colors in Frieza and the different like levels of detail.
I
And
guess
then
there's
look
a
at
bit more
Ginyu,
going
he's
on.
just purple.
He's just purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
but he's also like your typical dictator, like fear, like rule by fear, not by respect.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about Goku, but I don't really have anything to say about him as a character in this season because it's like the exact same.
Yep.
He's the exact same.
Yep.
So
His travel in the spaceship is his Snake Road King Kai's
100%.
planet.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We already touched on Bulma and how much I despised her in the show. Like I just couldn't vibe.
I understand that
with
she
at all.
may have frustrated you and that the humor may have been lost on you. That's fine.
Yeah.
We can move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your taste in humor is.
You don't want to talk about it anymore?
We're just gonna run in circles with Bulma because
It's-
I
yeah,
loved
that's
it.
true.
I
Yeah.
loved it and it made me happy and smile and
Yeah.
and I found it all very endearing and you didn't. So whatever.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
this just comes back to the point that we always make in our podcast, where you're cold and made of stone and have no sense of humor.
Yeah. What he said.
Okay. All right. I see how it is.
Co-signed.
Okay. When it comes to a show like this, yeah, I feel that way. I feel that way. A
Which
character.
is okay, no, but like, okay, I gotta say something
Okay,
here. It's like, which
go,
is
go.
crazy,
Why?
considering like, as like a pinnacle of anime,
Yeah.
with the amount of like fighting that happens and like the crazy flashes, like,
Yeah.
how do you not like this as much as we do?
I'm old, and I never have seen this before until being an older man.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm still an old man.
Yeah.
and I still enjoy it.
But we established this in the first episode too, that the nostalgia,
Yeah.
right, and the remembrance of how it felt when you first watch it is a massive part of your enjoyment of it now. I have none of that. Do you know what I mean?
It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
I know you can't get around the nostalgia. I tried.
Yeah.
It's
I try.
true. I know. I know.
Anyways, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm sure by the end of this, you'll find that I've found like one or two things to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get there.
I feel that.
Actually, the next thing, there is a character who I kind of like and have a hard time not liking, and that's Krillin for some reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what he's just like a solid dude. He seems to
Yeah.
have a level head on his shoulder, which nobody fucking else has. You know what I mean? To the point where like there's moments where he's like, we're gonna die, but we have to fight these people and try anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's always that voice, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's been through so much with Goku. Goku's absolute best friend.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I
and-
missed that backstory without having seen Dragon Ball and
Of
just
course.
popping
Yeah,
the Z.
Of course, yeah, but like it's, you know, it's the closest thing to like Gohan obviously not having his dad around when he needs him the most.
Yeah.
This is the closest thing to Gohan having an uncle around.
Yeah.
Sure.
With
that makes
Krillin.
sense.
Yeah. And
For
actually, Gohan kind of is Krillin-ish in the show. You see him mirroring a lot of the way Krillin is, right?
Yeah.
Like the urgency and just the loyalty and the like strength of character. You see
using,
Gohan growing that.
He's using Krillin as like a measuring tool of how much panicked he should be.
Totally.
Or what he needs to do
Yeah.
when he needs to power up Krillin. You know, like, come on, Gohan, let's power up now and
Yeah.
show them our real
Yeah.
power level.
Yeah.
Gohan's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he's just feeding off
Yeah.
of him.
Which
Yeah.
makes sense, right? As a kid, you're like a sponge, right? And you're
Totally.
always looking to the adults to see what like how you should behave, right?
And
Or you're
Gohan's
learning.
Gohan's proven to be a tried and true student of the game because he was like that with
Piccolo.
Piccolo, right?
Yeah.
And like spoiler alert, like way down the line, like Gohan, you know, is also very good in school. He's like master student
Okay,
as
cool.
well. He's like incredibly smart.
Very
That
academic.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
And it's like you see it in a young version of him here, just in the fighting aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also get like as much as like Krillin, like I make fun of Krillin, I get really jealous of Krillin. But
Jealous of him?
Jealous of him, and
Why?
and I'm gonna leave it.
Why do
there.
you think, bro?
I'm only gonna.
It's Mikey.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
would you
gonna,
be
I'm gonna leave it
jealous of
there.
Krillin?
I'm gonna leave it there because it's gonna be something that comes up later in the other parts. But I know our Shweebs know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
God damn it, Mikey.
Is it something gross?
No, but it's great.
It's Mikey.
It's
Okay.
me.
All right.
I get very
It's
jealous.
very Mikey.
Okay.
But
I
lucky,
look forward
lucky
to.
bastard.
I want to hear that one day. I'm looking
Lucky
forward to that.
bastard.
People know.
We'll come back to
Okay.
it. We'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah, people, Shweebs, you know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She is the ultimate.
Okay. Do you want to talk about Ginyu Squad at all, or have we talked about them enough to move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay.
Let's keep it
They're
going.
a bunch of fucking idiots. Let's move on.
No,
Yeah, let's get on the plot.
dude.
Plot time.
No, but okay. Here, before we go, sorry. Okay, sorry. I have to.
I did that on purpose.
You piece of shit. No, but I think the one thing that we do need to mention with the Ginyu Squad is that they are the homage to like the OG Power Rangers kind of stuff that Japan had for a while.
Oh, it's like a Super Sentai type thing.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for, the Sentai stuff, right? So I think that was his like homage to them, right? So
Yeah, makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a team.
they're the team.
You know what I mean? With outfits and poses and
Yeah,
They're all
Yeah.
color blocked.
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. Let's get into the plot.
do
So
it.
where we last left our heroes, they were on a ship of lost boys, essentially.
Yeah.
Bulma was like tied up in her underwear. And
Yeah.
we find out that they like think that they think this is where we first hear the name Frieza because they think they're working for Frieza, right?
That's right.
And then we learn more about the Saiyans, right? How there's like more of them. We learn that it's not just the ones that were left behind, except some of them now are like animals and like different aliens.
What?
What?
Like everyone,
Yeah.
like everyone that's in Frieza's squad, they're all Saiyans, aren't they?
No, they're not.
No,
Why are they all wearing the
No.
thing though? And like,
That's just armor.
but it's like a Saiyan thing, isn't it?
No.
That's where the Saiyans got the armor.
Yeah.
Where did they get it?
Frieza.
Frieza. That's Frieza's uniform.
That's a Frieza squad thing.
Uniform.
It's not a
armor.
Saiyan thing.
Oh,
Dude, see, this is gonna be a new running theme here, man. Where like you're missing shit because you're
but
taking notes.
this is because that shit wasn't really explained well.
I think that might have just been a pure misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are Frieza's outfits.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nappa and Frieza, and even Raditz, the very beginning,
Yeah.
Goku's brother.
Yeah.
They were all working for Frieza.
Oh, and I did know that because later on when Vegeta shows back up, everyone knows him, and they're all like,
Hey,
it's like
it's
they're like,
Vegeta.
hey, it's our buddy.
Yeah.
How's it going, Vegeta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Glad we cleared that up.
All right.
That would have been
that was
massive
a massive
misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, back to the ship of lost boys. Bulma's tied up in her undies. She gets free. They eventually like get out of there. And Bulma's like right back up on her bullshit, like hops back up on her couch and starts giving the dude shit in the spaceship.
Yeah. So sassy.
And then we land on Namek.
Namek.
Yeah.
Namek.
And there's these two old Namekians who are like sketchy as fuck right away. They're like
Super
weird
weird.
old dudes.
Yeah,
And
super
I'm like,
weird.
I don't know that many Namekians, so maybe some of them are like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's this like little mini Dragon Ball hunt with like so many goddamn perils in like a couple episodes.
Unbelievable, dude.
Like,
I
one
cannot
after
believe
another.
how long that
Yeah.
segment was
Yeah.
watching it again.
Yeah. And then we find out it was never Namek. They're not Namekians. They're just two random other
They
aliens.
just fucking the thing shapeshift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, and
Yeah.
it was like,
It was all an
were,
illusion.
were you shocked at that?
I didn't. I mean, like, I did think we were on Namek. I was confused.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
like, yeah, when it came.
Why wouldn't you think you're on that?
Exactly. They made
Yes.
it look, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
Namekians.
Okay.
But yeah, I did think that was bullshit. I was like, come on. That's like writing a whole, like, crazy movie, and in the end,
It was
the
all a
character wakes
dream.
up and it was a dream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so meanwhile that's happening, Goku's in the hospital.
Yep.
Recovering from before, and he's healing up, and Roshi's still a creep, groping nurses.
That's
As Roshi
Ro-
does.
As
Yeah.
Roshi does.
Yeah. And Vegeta is also all healed up, we find out, and everybody's looking for the Dragon Balls. And apparently there's only one other set, which kind of confused me because Kami made a set.
Yeah.
Why did Kami make a set and there's only one other set in the world? Like, how do they get made?
So-
and who can make them?
One per planet.
Yeah, one per
set
planet.
Is that like a definitive rule?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't get explained now. It gets explained much later.
Yeah.
But he essentially there's a kami for each world, and each kami is the one who creates them.
And they're all Namekians?
No, they're not. That again,
Kami
it
happened
has-
to be a Namekian.
Yeah,
Okay.
this particular kami had to be.
And how do they get appointed into that position?
Oh, that's
Does that get explained?
Maybe.
Yeah, it does and it
It's
doesn't.
very strange to me that just
Yeah,
random people from random planets just get plucked out of their life and be like, you're in charge of this planet now.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's more fleshed out. I think later on in Dragon Ball Super. Yeah,
You get an
than it
idea
does.
that there's a bit of like a galactic
Yeah.
spiritual hierarchy that goes on.
Okay.
To like
Yeah.
angels and gods and whatnot. And
Yeah.
there's like a guardian tier hierarchy that starts,
Okay.
with a kami and then builds
Yeah.
out to that to a kai and then builds out to that to an angel. And every universe has its own god of destruction. It gets fucking out of control.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But it's fucking sweet.
It's very cool.
Very
but
cool.
They do build that up a bit, but the specific answers you're looking for, just move on. bro.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
it's-
it was all very confusing to me because I was like, "There's no way for me to understand how this works." They're just like saying things
Yeah.
happen and it does.
So the only thing that you need to really know at this point, and again, there's going to be a little bit of anime bullshit where you just accept it.
I mean, where I'm told to accept it is what we had to say. Where I'm told to accept
But ultimately, each world has a god. God has made these Dragon Balls. You can collect them and make wishes. Eventually, there's going to be even bigger Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Right? But like that's it.
it. Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool. For now, we'll move on.
Yep.
Okay, so we actually finally get to Namek, and this time I assume it's real.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can do.
Yeah. It would have been insane if they did another one.
Yeah. It would be, right? Yeah.
I mean, it would be a
That
good
being
way to
said,
draw it out
wouldn't put it
even
past
more.
them.
Yeah.
So we get there, and Vegeta shows up, and that's terrifying for everyone involved because they thought
Very.
maybe they wouldn't have to deal with him for a little bit. And then also we meet Frieza and her Karen crew really quickly. And they already have 4 Dragon Balls when we meet them. They've already been there hanging out, catching Dragon Balls. And then we get this like quick exchange where Vegeta is like rebelling against Frieza. And that's like our first little intro to his anti-hero vibes. And then, yeah, because it's like a shit show on Namek, Bulma's like, well, we got to go back and get Goku. And they're like, well, we can do that, but it's going to take 2 months.
Yeah.
And so instead, they're like, no, we'll just hang out in this cave for a while instead.
Yeah.
And they just go in a cave. Yeah.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to. Again, when you're watching some of these animes or like even Dragon Ball, you don't want to put logic into it. Not a lot of it.
Well,
you don't want to put a lot of logic into this. You just want to enjoy it for what it is.
it'd be nice, though, if there was logical things happening. It'd be nice.
Yeah, we don't deal with logic here.
I try to, my hardest. Okay, so back on Earth, Goku. Back on Earth, Goku gets Senzu beans from Yajirobe,
Fuck yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
who is still a son of a bitch, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
he's definitely a shit.
Obviously, magically heals up. Then he calls his fart cloud and flies off to go get his baby spaceship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the baby spaceship didn't work anymore, but we meet Dr. Brief, who's Bulma's dad, who has
Yeah.
created this like actual spaceship out of the parts from Bulma's little baby, from Goku's baby spaceship.
Recreates it. Yeah.
Yeah. So now Goku's off to Namek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on his way, he's gonna do gravity training for like 100 fucking episodes.
Which, like, how about that as just a concept, the gravity
Yeah.
training?
It's
The gravity
it's
chamber.
nonsense to a high level.
You didn't think it was cool?
It doesn't
No,
work
it's
like that.
not.
First of all,
Okay, dude, think
like
about
training
it.
in gravity isn't gonna work the way that it works for him.
No,
in real life.
But it's such a good mechanism to show how much stronger he's going to become.
It is a
Right.
mechanism to show how much stronger he's gonna.
Why
become.
wouldn't it work like
yeah,
that?
yeah. Dude,
Training in gravity like that?
Yeah.
First of all, if you're 100 gravity, your bones are getting crushed to pieces.
Obviously, the numbers don't
Not
add
to mention,
up, but
also,
yeah.
if you go from 100 to 1 in just a flip of a switch, that's going to destroy your life too. Like, you're dying.
okay,
You're gonna
obviously,
die.
obviously the extremes to which they go, but the
Yeah.
idea of training in an environment
Yeah.
that is a higher gravity than Earth's,
Sure.
right? In theory, would be like training with a weight vest on,
yes.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
a full
yeah.
body weight
I
vest,
guess
because
that's
in
true.
higher gravity, your body is going to weigh more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally like wearing a full body weight suit. If you train at that weight,
Yeah.
and then you exit that high gravity environment into normal gravity,
Yeah.
everything will be easier. Your movement will be faster. You're
Just gonna jump into the
you'll
stratosphere.
be more powerful.
Yeah.
one big old jump.
Absolutely,
into
dude.
space.
In theory, it's fucking sound.
Yeah.
And it's fucking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely,
All right.
man.
It felt like a lot to me.
It's cool
No,
as
no,
shit,
it is
bro.
cool as shit. It is fucking cool.
Answer this
hear-
for me then. How does training in gravity allow him to use more like energy moves and power moves and stuff
Because
like that
you're just
too?
naturally getting your base foundation.
But does gravity
more-
have an effect on those parts, or does gravity just have an effect on the weight of your mass?
It has an effect on both, I think, because as you naturally get stronger, you're naturally making your foundation better. So you're naturally going to have.
Just tell me
better-
what you mean when you say your foundation.
Well, I mean foundation by like. Are you laughing at me, Jay?
I'm not at all. Are you? I'm laughing at the fucking question this guy asked. Tell me what you mean by foundation.
Yeah.
Your foundation of like your skill set, your just general strength, your ability to like lift shit, be stronger, be faster.
That I understand.
Yeah.
It's the power moves and
It's the key.
It's the-
is how does it have
Yeah.
an effect on his ability
Okay,
to
now-
manage ki, which
Yeah.
it doesn't really.
It doesn't, but here's the thing. Goku's not a fucking human.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect him in the same way
Okay.
that you're thinking logically in the sense of how a human would be affected.
Yeah, you're right.
But also, like,
Yeah, you're right.
when does he like use greatly more powerful ki all of a sudden?
Well, we'll get to it later on, but like in this season, we get our first real power up. I'd never seen one before. That never happened in the first season. But later on,
Kaioken was
Kaioken
power-ups.
was, and he can multiply his Kaioken.
I thought Kaioken was just like a move, like a Kaioken, and he shoots a
That's
thing
no,
out
that's
at you.
that's
Kamehameha.
Kaioken is the red flames
Yeah.
that King Kai teaches him on the planet.
Well, teaches him.
But still, he
Yeah.
and then he levels
Yeah.
that up several times through
Yeah.
the fight with Vegeta.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go Kaioken 1, Kaioken 2.
So
Okay.
Yeah, and
move
maybe just-
on because you're wrong. And
I
all
guess
of this
so,
talk
then.
about gravity affecting ki is pointless
Okay.
because it does. They don't imply that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
I guess so. Yeah.
I like having Jay on my side. You're
Yeah, there
staying
you
up
go.
here from now on. You're staying up here. No more Senpai's Corner. This is it.
I'm Mikey's muscle now.
Yeah. Fair enough. I quit. Goodbye.
This is torture for Jordy.
Let's talk a little more about the gravity training because some like funny shit actually does happen while he's training gravity.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about the like hanging upside down thing, right?
Yeah.
At one point, he breaks the gravity device, and that's why he's hanging upside down. He can't like turn it
turn
down.
it off.
Yeah.
And it's like what 5 episodes before he like
Yeah.
is even able
Yeah.
to reach.
And he like legitimately like shatters all his bones from hanging upside down at 100 gravity.
And he has to like fucking like
Crawl to the senzu beans.
yeah, like
Yeah.
a fucking worm.
Yeah.
He also is like practicing his kamehamehas, and actually he does a Kaioken move because at one point he does a kamehameha and then he shoots a Kaioken the other way,
No.
and they meet
Kaioken
in the middle.
is not a blast.
but he
Yeah.
does that. He does that.
He just has an energy blast.
He might-
Kamehameha. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. But Kamehameha, Kamehameha is a fucking like energy beam
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
And then he has energy blasts that he can shoot at any moment. I'm going to
It's
explain
just
this
confusing,
the
dude.
last time. A Kaioken.
I understand what you're going to explain. Yeah. But he
Yeah.
does do a move where he shoots a Kamehameha and he yells it, Kamehameha. And then he goes this way and goes, Kaioken, and shoots a red thing. And they cross over and they meet at the other side and they both hit into him, one on each side.
I don't remember that.
It
Yeah, I
happens.
don't remember that.
And then
Okay.
he has to again crawl and eat a senzu bean. Like he almost murders himself a couple times up there.
No, I don't ever remember Kaioken being a fireable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find that scene for you. I'm gonna
Okay.
watch it.
Okay.
Because I
Yeah.
need a fucking W on this one, guys.
Okay.
I need one. I also had this thought up there in space where I'm like, he's kind of wasting those senzu beans in his training. Like he's gonna need those.
I
mean,
yeah.
He also kind of needed them at the time.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, it's he could have died.
Game time decision.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
in this game, in this show, you can die and come back. So like, that would have
Yeah.
been fine. It
To
would've
be
worked out
fair,
for
he
him.
didn't eat any of those senzu beans prematurely. He waited until
That's
he
true.
was crippled.
Yeah, literally, quite literally crippled. Yeah. Okay, so back on the planet, Frieza and her Karen crew, they take out a bunch of Namekians. They're like literally decimating villages. And this is another thing. There's a lot of murdering of people in front of children and a lot of murdering of children in this show.
Yeah, we get
Yes.
really
Really dark.
genocide-y.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
100%.
reoccurring theme in Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept of what I thought was Saiyans, but turns out to be Frieza, is that they take out life on planets and sell the planets.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
And that's not a new concept either, right? Like, I mean, Galactus is from Marvel is the same idea. Like, you know, you go and eat planets essentially.
Yeah.
Right. So that whole idea.
Yeah. It's just tricky when it happens on a small scale, and it's like you're like seeing the people beg for their lives as they get murdered in front of their children.
So it just hits you a little harder.
Yeah, it's a little harder.
But again, like I said, like this season, it gets a little more edgy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
animation upgrades, it ages up, and some of the themes also do.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the other thing too is like this is such a long running series. You're also having fans that are also aging with the series.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's Harry Potter did that.
Yeah,
as
Harry
far as
Potter
like white
is-
shit that I know. So
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the older Namekians, when they're like getting slaughtered, like pulls this like last minute hero move and like jumps up in the air and starts blowing up all their scouters, which is a huge plot point for this show this season, because without the scouters, they can like stretch out how long everything's going to take. If they have the scouters, they just find the Dragon Balls right away and find the people and it'd be over.
Yep.
So like that was a huge bro move from that Namekian.
Comes up so many times.
Yeah. And at the very last moment, Gohan and Krillin, who have been like hiding up until this point, jump out and save the last little kid who we get to hang out with a little bit through the show. That's Dende, right?
Dende.
And I assume he's going to
Dende.
become an important character.
Dende becomes a
I
very
assume that.
important character.
Okay, cool. So there's a bunch of battles that we won't spend a lot of time talking about. Vegeta versus Adoria, right? Vegeta wins, but in the end, it's Frieza who takes out Adoria.
Yeah.
Then there's a whole episode I want to spend some time on, episode 51, because it really stood out to me. At the very beginning, the little sad Namek is explaining about the Namekian culture, and we find out like they're all children of the elder Namek. He spits them out, like he
Yeah.
spits out their eggs.
Their eggs.
Yeah.
And we also find out there's no females, which then leads me to believe Namekians don't fuck.
Nope.
All right.
They just fight.
They
Yeah.
don't, and they don't
Farm and fight. it
Farm,
seems.
fight.
And that's it. And they don't even farm for food because they don't need food.
Yeah,
they
they don't
farm for
eat.
beauty.
Yes.
They-
Yeah, for
yeah.
the beautification of the planet.
Yeah. And then, but they drink water.
Yeah, they drink water.
They drink water,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
There's a funny scene where Bulma tries to explain gender. It fucking killed me. I can't remember what she says, but it's so awkward. She's like, "Well, there's like there's a boys and the girls," and he's like, "What?" So silly, dude. Okay, so then Vegeta takes out an entire village, and there's a Dragon Ball there, and he, in order to hide it, tosses it in the lake.
Yep.
And meanwhile, Goku's leveling up in gravity. You know what I mean? He's doing better, and he gets a call from King Kai's back phone.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who is it? It's King Kai, but who's behind him? The fucking homies.
Hell yeah. They
All of
made
them.
it. They
Which
made
was
it.
like such a moment, dude. The way
Yeah.
they played this episode out and that reveal. Like, I didn't, again, an idiot, missed things, not observant, didn't even see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they would also eventually run Snake Road and make
Yeah.
it to King Kai.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. It wasn't just
It was kind of
Goku.
great.
I
Yeah,
I
man.
loved
It was a great reveal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good way to have like everybody keep leveling up.
Totally.
Right? Because eventually they're going to need each other.
I knew they were all going to come back. I just didn't assume we would see their progress before they come back.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
And like that's the fun of having an afterlife involved in a
Yeah.
show and like playing with that idea.
Yeah.
It's obviously a slippery slope and it can
Mm-hmm.
be treacherous and afterlives can get weird and sticky and
Yeah.
But this like I always like the way that they handled like King Kai's planet, Snake Road.
Yeah.
It has its issues. It can be tedious, and
Yeah.
it makes up such a big part of that first season.
Yeah.
But it makes for awesome moments like that, and
Yeah.
huge ones later on as well, where they do more training with
Yeah.
the Kais. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
cool
cool.
stuff.
I do think it's nice and like fleshed out because you're right. It can get really convoluted at times, right? So-
Afterlife.
And
Yeah.
the problem is there are convoluted elements of it in this show as well too. Like as soon as you eliminate the concept of death as being a final thing for a character, it really makes, as a viewer, it makes it hard for me to believe anyone's defeat ever. So it kind of ruins the way you're treating your plot and your big plot points of like battles and defeat. It's like none of that means anything anymore because
Yeah.
everyone's going to be able to come back stronger, right?
That's right. Yeah. the
Unless
idea-
the entire party's obliterated and then they can't go fucking.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know that's not going to happen because I know there's 8 more seasons of the show we have to watch.
Yeah,
know what I
no,
mean?
you're
Yeah.
right. The concept of like permadeath is kind of like out the window.
Yeah, gone completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're right though. In most animes, they're really good about, killing off somebody and like it's permanent, which
Yeah.
I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball is not one of them.
Well, and like you can write in a way to bring a character back once and have it be really effective, but they literally have written away the concept of death as finality. It's gone.
Several characters throughout like the however many seasons will die 5-6 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. So, okay, we're up on King Kai's planet, and he's twisted about Frieza. He's rattled, and he's like, Goku, you got to get out of there. Or, like, don't fight Frieza. And Goku's like, I don't know what to do. And Piccolo puts his hand on King Kai's shoulder. He's like, Goku, don't worry about it. You'll be good. The fucking funny Piccolo moment, dude. And then, they do their training on King Kai's planet, which is the same. Like, oh, if you don't make me laugh, I don't train you. And Piccolo's, like, too stoic to do it. And he accidentally makes him laugh. I forget the joke, but it was so dumb, dude. So fucking dumb. And then they have to take turns chasing the monkey and bonking the bug on the head. Like,
Some more levity.
good
right?
training.
Yeah.
Good training. Okay,
but
so then
he was also, that planet was also another gravity training, right?
Yeah, we talked about that in season 1 too.
Exactly. It was very important.
Yeah. Okay. So then there's another fight. Vegeta fights Zarbon. And this was like a decent fight scene, I think. And then Zarbon turns into like a crazy monster.
Yeah.
And they end up capturing Vegeta, and he's like now in a cage on their ship. Then he breaks out and steals all the Dragon Balls and fucking flies away with them.
Dips.
No, tosses them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tossing Dragon Balls just into the wild. Out of there. So fucking funny. And then he like when he runs away, he like dives in the water and somehow like holds his breath for like a fucking hour.
It's a Saiyan thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It is the same thing.
Lucky Saiyans. Then we meet Jabba the Hutt, or the eldest Saiyan. That's where we're at now. And he explains about Piccolo a little bit about like why Piccolo seemed more powerful, but he kind of does it poorly. He's just, he was like a special one.
Yeah.
And he explains how Piccolo and Kami split.
Yep.
And that apparently Piccolo was all the traces of evil in Kami, because Kami was the original. So like it's crazy that Piccolo can be a character who was like all evil and then now somehow become the character he is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like even though he was born of evil, he was allowed to grow as an individual,
He was redeemed
Even
regardless.
Yeah.
Even being pure evil.
which is kind of a neat idea.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That there's redeeming qualities in anybody.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
and that's something they play with throughout
Yeah.
Dragon Ball a lot. There's a lot of people that first appear as villains, are played out as villains, and then maybe have a little fun on the good guy side sometimes
Yeah.
too. And it's
Okay.
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's,
I feel like also Piccolo ends up becoming one of the most likable characters in the
Overall.
I
series.
already actually like him a little
Yeah.
bit more than a lot of the other characters, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the elder Namek, whose name is Guru, he just I guess somehow like really quickly decides Krillin is worthy of power and like unleashes his power.
unlocks a little
Yeah,
bit of
unlocks.
hidden dormant power
Yeah, yeah,
inside
yeah.
of him, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that also later happens to Gohan, and also later happens to Dende.
Yes.
So, and that's how I know Dende is going to be important. I was like, okay, something's going on with this kid.
Yeah, they don't do that for
Something's going on with
nothing.
this kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, and then Krillin has a Dragon Ball because the eldest Namek has one, and Gohan goes out to find the other one that I guess got tossed in the lake because they know Frieza has 4 or 5. I can't remember.
I think it was 5,
I
yeah.
start losing track of this big time.
I know they change hands
Yeah.
so much this season.
There's a whole segment of like I called it the game of keeping Dragon Balls from the other teams. Like there's a whole section of this season, and that's what everybody's doing.
Yep.
Yeah. How do we keep from the other team?
fucking Crab has one at one point. Jesus.
Yeah, crap. Dude, Bulma has one, and she's like, but there's a pearl over there, and she goes to the pearl instead.
Yeah.
Fucking the dumbest, man. The dumbest.
But I like how much bigger the Dragon Balls are
Yeah.
in Namek.
I mean, I don't know if I liked or hated it. It just was. It just was.
No strong feelings either way on
They're
the
just
Dragon
big.
Ball
They're just
side.
bigger. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good representation of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also at one point find out that the Dragon Balls on this planet can give you 3 wishes, not just one. I mean, I haven't seen that happen yet in this season, but at some point that's going to happen. So Goku's almost there, and I'm like, okay, almost there means what? 3, 4, 5 episodes? It's going to take a while still. Because that's how this show goes, you know what I mean?
You know, it's funny too mentioning that because like off camera we were talking about how like our memory or like your memory and my memory of these arcs are much shorter.
Yeah.
Right? Where I'm like, didn't that all happen in one season? But it actually takes 2 seasons to get there.
Easy, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like so much more fleshed out and pulled out than I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I do remember like 3-episode power-ups and all that kind of stuff, but I don't remember the overall arc.
Well, we haven't even got to that in these first 2 seasons. We haven't even got to those kind of battles yet.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
battles are pretty quick and swift. And I mean, first season had some longer ones, but it wasn't because of power ups. It was just because they were talking a lot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's right.
Okay, so then the Ginyu Squad shows up, and they're fucking ridiculous with their power stances and their like introductions. They all have to say their own names and do the little power stance.
Dude, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Again, levity. There's like that humor inherent in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but again, it should be stated that it's levity for children.
Yes.
It's not going to hit me as hard not having ever seen this as a child.
Of course.
And here's an interesting thing about them is they have scanners. So now their scanners back on the planet.
Right.
So now the playing field is back leveled on their side, which is interesting.
Fuck, I still really want a scanner.
Just to wear around?
No, just to kind of have as like part of my figure collection.
Put it in the armory.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Krillin and Gohan now have to fight the first Ginyu. 2-on-1. And he's like this little guy. And he's got time freeze power, but
Guldo.
Okay, I don't remember any of their names. For
I'll
the
tell
record. Okay, so he's got time freeze power, but like even the first time he uses it, it goes poorly for him, and he's clearly outmatched.
He's such a fumbling fool.
Yeah,
you know?
he's a little fucking round wiener.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Puck.
and Vegeta even gets in his face too, like very early on. He's like right from the get go. He's like just disrespecting him.
Yeah.
Just like every time they cross paths, you're just like, God. He's like, you smell bad. You're just like, get away from me. Like, you're worthless. Like, why are you even here? How did you make the Ginyu Squad? Like, you're gross.
There's no reason why he should have made the Ginyu Squad. Something must have gone. You actually you get the vibe that even though the Ginyu Squad are feared and they're super powerful, that like they're not actually individually all that powerful or scary in comparison. Like there's no way Vegeta being like terrified of the Ginyu Squad. There's no way it's because of that fuck.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, it's somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot more discourse too within the team, right? So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so this guy obviously dies, but not by the hands of Gohan and Krillin. It's Vegeta who steps in with a decapitation, like just one swift head off.
Yeah,
and then he's still alive, so he has to burn him to death, I guess, or something with some energy blast. Then the next fight is Vegeta versus this big fucking oaf.
Raccoon.
Yeah, and
does not go well for Vegeta.
No, or Krillin, who also gets fucking smoked by this guy.
Yeah, and Gohan.
And Gohan also takes a beating.
Breaks his fucking neck, dude.
Beating, dude. Yeah.
Literally breaks his neck.
Yeah.
Gohan is down and basically looks like straight
for
up
the count.
He's seizuring. His foot's twitching. Like
his eyes
toast.
are fucking dead white, and
Yeah.
like he's literally basically dead at that point.
Yeah, but enter Goku.
Somebody shows up.
Like in the same way it happened in season 1
That's
too.
right.
You know what I
Just
mean?
in the nick of time.
And he comes in all
Always.
serious and like in a good dad move. I gather he's not a good dad, but in a good dad
not
move,
a good dad.
he goes straight for his kid, and then like picks up his kid with a broken neck, which you don't
By
move,
the head.
don't move the body. Yeah,
twists his head.
Yeah.
Look at me, son. It's like,
but you have to hope that it didn't matter
Yeah.
because he knows he has senzu beans and it's going to be fine.
and that's
so
the thing. Gohan's so dead he doesn't even chew them. He has to be like, I'll like move your jaw
yeah,
for you.
they should have had him baby birded into his mouth.
Literally. Yeah. But anyway, senzu beans all around, including for
A Vegeta.
Vegeta.
Yeah,
because classic Goku wants to settle
Always.
things
Yeah.
on Earth,
always.
man to man, head to head.
And that
Always.
actually comes up again really quickly because Goku takes out this big fucking oaf. And then
Easily.
And then really quickly he's like, but we're not going to kill them. Remember what happened with Vegeta? Like, you know what I mean? Like we can save this situation.
Yeah.
And Vegeta's like, nah.
Dead. Dead. I know. He
Murderers.
just starts murdering everybody, and Goku's just like, Vegeta,
Yeah,
like
what are
that
you
wasn't
doing?
part of the plan.
Yeah.
And Vegeta-
how we do it anymore, man.
Vegeta's like, I don't fucking care. I got a background with these guys,
Yeah.
and they're dying.
Yeah, make them dead and let's move on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that was fucking crazy, dude. And then Goku has to fight the blue dude and the Aussie dude.
Yeah, Birder and Jace.
And it's going poorly for them. And the Aussie dude just dips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're
runs.
talking to Ozzy, dude, because you listened
I
to
watched
the
it in
dub.
dubs. Yeah, I watched it in
Yeah,
dubs.
that's Jace. For anybody that doesn't know, if you remember the dub, he fucking talks like he's straight out of the fucking Outback.
Yeah.
For
Very
some
strange.
reason.
I can't decide if that was a choice or if that was just they cast a voice actor who had an accent. They're like, it'll be fine.
A bit of both, I'm
yeah,
sure.
both, yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
They needed the variety.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Aussie dude pieces out and blue dude dies as well too.
Birder, yeah.
Toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then suddenly, Frieza has all the Dragon Balls now, but he can't figure out how to use them.
That's right.
And-
There's a passcode needed.
I love how everyone just knows.
Yeah.
I can't use them. Oh, there must be a passcode.
Yeah. That must be it.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
The magic words.
Yeah. And then later on, Goku, same. Like, everyone's like, because Krillin explains, he's like, they can't have been used because there's no lightning. Like on our planet, when we use them, it's like really
The whole
obvious.
planet fucking goes dark.
Yeah.
And Goku's like, yeah, duh. She doesn't have the password. It's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. Okay, so then we're back over by Frieza's ship. This Ginyu motherfucker is trying to like re-up his squad with like a bunch of goons. He's judging them based on how their bodies look and how well they dig a hole. That's how you get into Ginyu Squad.
I straight up forgot about that. Till just
It's crazy, man.
Amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Captain Ginyu's such a G.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So then our the good guy team shows back up, and now Goku's gonna fight this guy, and this is where I feel like I've seen my first ever power up because he's floating in the air and he gets the energy all around him, and he's literally just and you see the numbers on the scanner going up and up and up and up.
Yep.
He's like 14,000 or something. It just goes insanity.
Yeah.
The numbers mean nothing. But
But it's just a representation to say, hey, this guy's powering up.
sure, exactly,
It's very high.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
The G forces are very high.
The Goku Force.
The Goku Force.
Okay, so this motherfucker punches a hole in his own chest. And I'm like, what is happening here, man? But then you realize that he's purposely injuring his body because he has switch power.
That's
so
right.
he injures himself like deadly and then switches Goku into his own body. So now Goku's like, I'm injured. And now there's like an evil Goku floating around, right?
Fucking wild move, man.
Yeah.
Like wild
I
power
didn't see
to
it coming.
have.
And the way it happens too is he like barfs light into the other guy's mouth.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's
And
fucking
it just
silly,
kind
man.
of like being comes out of his mouth and flies out.
Yeah, and they literally fly into the other body.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, and then meanwhile, while this is happening, Frieza goes to Guru, the eldest Namek, and is trying to get the password out of him.
Yeah.
And he ends up taking the other Namekian who's there, and that other Namekian's like, "I'll show you. Come with me." It's like, show what? They just end up fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a stupid fight. He Frieza rips off one of their arms, and it grows back, and Frieza's like, "I'll make a copy of that." Boop, boop. Like Frieza can just copy people's moves.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I don't know if it was necessarily
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
if
it's
it-
not a
a
good
copy of
copy,
that.
but
Like
it's-
maybe like a record of that.
The word in the dub literally says, "I'll make a copy of that. It'll come in
Okay.
handy later."
Yeah. So it may have been like I'll make note of the fact that they can do that.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember exactly.
There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much.
We're getting to the end. We'll blast through the last little bit. So Vegeta is now sacking Frieza's ship for the Dragon Balls, and instead Gohan and Krillin find them in the hole outside, and then fake Goku shows up, who is actually Ginyu.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now there's like a bunch of fights. There's Krillin and Gohan fight the fake Goku. Vegeta fights the Aussie dude.
Gohan knows right away.
Yeah.
He's like,
That is
that's not my dad.
that's not
Immediately,
him.
yeah. Which is actually like if Gohan wasn't there, he probably would have got away with that for a little while.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
King Kai's just like yelling at nobody from his planet. A lot. And then
Panicked, dude. He's stressed
yeah,
out.
he's freaking the
He's
fuck
like
out.
he
He
told
knows.
Frieza is not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's terrified.
Yeah.
And then Frieza's fighting that Namekian still. And then there's this like weird quick scene, there's this weird quick interchange where like Ginyu tries to take Vegeta's body instead, and then instead like gets a toad.
Yeah.
Like a space toad.
Yeah,
Goku
that's
throws
how
a
it
frog.
happens,
Yeah.
He's like, well, he's like, Goku sees his opportunity because Vegeta's flying down at Ginyu and
Yeah.
he's like about to fucking take him out.
Yeah.
And then Goku's like, oh, here's my chance. He's about to do the switch.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get there in time. Intercepts,
Yeah.
gets his body back.
Right.
Hits the ground.
And then he goes does a switch again to get Vegeta.
Right, and then he just happens to have this frog
Yeah.
that happens to be hopping by, and he's just like, that's it, perfect throw.
Right in the blast of light barb.
Yeah.
And now the frog hits the ground in a classic frog pose,
Yeah.
and then Ginyu hits the ground on all fours like a fucking frog.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
silly,
it's
man.
just, man, it just delivers on the punchline like he wanted to. So
yeah.
It was so
perfectly.
silly. It was really a punchline, to be honest.
it
with
really
you.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is the convenient frog.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and then I guess at this point, because I guess like Goku and the gang have all the Dragon Balls now, but Frieza's still hanging around, so like you can't trust that it's going to go well for them. Like it's not like they've eliminated all the bad guys, but that's where the season ends. There's a lot of cliffhangers. A lot. Whereas the first season really did wrap up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
First season wrapped everything up that they gave you. This season did not wrap anything up.
Yeah. So
this is the first half of like really the Frieza arc, and this is the thing. Like I didn't know how much, how far in you got to it because I was like, should I bring this up or am I gonna spoil it for you right now? Right? Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Because there's
for the record,
so
I
much...
don't actually care about spoilers. I just like ragging you when you're about to give them to me.
Fuck you.
but like also like keep in mind, right? Like this wasn't written, structured, or released in a season by season way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The manga was released as a continuous weekly thing.
Yeah.
Even the anime when it first aired, even though they've subsequently chopped it into seasons, it aired concurrently.
Yeah.
The whole show,
Yeah.
all the way through, no breaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So season 1 ended. The next week, season 2 started.
I see.
There wasn't really a season there.
Yeah, I
you
see
know
what
what
you
I
mean.
mean? So then, if you actually look at the grand scheme of things, you can break this into like general arcs. And now Mikey and I grew up knowing the Namek saga being what we just watched, plus the next season we're about to cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
That in our brains has always been the Namek saga,
Yeah.
and in everything except for DVD releases, Blu-ray releases, Wikipedia pages.
Yeah.
That is the Namek saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
according to these, and they've structured it out in nice 50-ish episode chunks, I guess, for digestion.
Yeah.
And that's helping us out.
It really is helping
Lighten
me
the
out.
load on you.
Yeah.
But it's confusing the fuck out of me and Mikey.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we feel like we should be way further along than we are.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like Frieza is the big bad of the Namek arc, where Frieza, like I feel like the Namek arc is the Frieza arc.
Same.
Right?
They're one
You know
and the
what I mean?
same.
One and the same,
Well, and
right? So
I haven't seen the second half yet, but it's clear to me that like we're only halfway through this story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's clear, you know. What I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the thing, right? Like there's so much more that's going to be fleshed out, and which I'm actually really excited for you to get into the actual Frieza arc.
Sure.
Because there's so much more backstory with certain characters that I'm like, yes, this is why.
Yeah.
There's some really good stuff, and especially how important Frieza is in the overarching. When we get into like Dragon Ball Super, like later down the road, but
Yeah.
The way I like to think about it is like, remember those little green fucking guys that they made them fight in the Saiyan Saga?
Little cabbage bee people.
We just finished with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get to the fight with Vegeta.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's Frieza now.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That's the next season.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
basically that stretched out into a full
Yeah.
season.
I get you. That makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
But there's a lot more to it than just a one-on-one fight with Vegeta, who turns into a monkey, and then they call it a day.
Yeah.
This is a full season's worth, covering basically a confrontation with one villain. Right? But there's
interesting.
so much to it. It's a very
Interesting.
complex thing, but it's awesome. It's
Yeah. All right.
very like, I think it's dense with like good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, though, I do feel like if there was any season that could have been taken out, it's this one, because
Well, you
right,
need
like
it to
the-
lead into the next season, but I do hear what you're saying.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because I think the most important season of the entire Dragon Ball Z, like
What you're
like,
about to say is really
series.
bold, I think, dude.
No, but it's true though. That
Yeah.
it was the catalyst for what Dragon Ball Z is.
Yeah.
Right, and it's the Frieza season, the Frieza arc.
Season 3.
Season
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm not saying that is the best
Oh, I
season
see what you're saying.
of what it is, but
Okay.
like what I'm saying is it's the most important because it fleshes out a lot of stuff that really leads all the characters, all the power-ups, all the meat of it.
Yeah.
And the real foundation is coming from this next season that we're going to get into.
All right.
Right? Because
I'm looking forward
yeah.
to it. Even if I hate it, it's fun to talk about it with you guys.
Yeah.
I know that if I hate it, it's less fun for you guys to talk about it.
Yes. Don't remind me.
So are we in a general thoughts then?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Like, I mean, it's marginally better than the first season. The plot was a bit thicker. There's a little bit more of like things fleshing out and being explained. Too much Bulma and slapsticky stuff for me. Okay. Again, if I'm a kid, if you catch me when I'm 10 and I'm watching this, I'm probably not batting an eye at that existing because everything I'm watching is like that at that age.
Sure.
But as a grown man, and also with, like juxtaposed with how dark sometimes this show can be in passing,
Yeah.
it's very strange to put those two things together.
But I think think that's the natural transition, right? Because the writing is going to get more darker, more adult, more more concise.
But the slapstick never changes. The slapstick stays at the same level.
It'll always be there.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
It will.
So that part doesn't
It's Dragon
grow.
Ball. It's in the DNA.
It is, but not to the same degree as it is now in the later seasons, I think.
Super is a different thing, but like Z, there's some goofy shit in later Z, man.
There was a whole 3 seasons of
the Great Saiyan Man.
I stand corrected for that. but even then, that is another really important season for the character.
The season is.
It's goofy. It's goofy.
It's
in the DNA, bro.
It is.
All I'm saying is that ideally by the end you'll care a little bit less.
Yeah, maybe.
It won't bug you so much.
But is it still good that I care less because I've just been worn down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's how anime works, man.
It just wears you down?
Hell
It
yeah,
wears
it
you
does.
down until you just build a tolerance to the anime bullshit and you end up loving it because you have a Stockholm syndrome.
That's not a good sell for anime. That's a bad elevator pitch.
We need to save Mikey from anime. From the sounds of it.
Yeah. That's an abusive relationship. Which actually, dude, you might have with anime.
It's unhealthy. It's toxic relationship.
Yeah. All right. You want me to score it?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
I
weird
do.
to score a standalone season.
Didn't you last time?
I did.
We did.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I scored it a 4.
Okay.
And it's getting to 4.5 this kind of
Hey,
Moving
moving on
up.
up.
If this trajectory continues, we'll be getting good scores towards the end of it.
I think we will.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think we will.
overall.
All right.
Right. You'll
I like
start
your optimism.
You'll get some of these characters really ingrained in your DNA at some point, right?
But you're picking up what I think you're supposed to be picking up on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is, like I said, the fleshing out, the building, the extra content that there is.
Yeah.
You're not lost on it.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
great.
And
Thank you, Senpai.
Yeah, because this is such an important one for later animes that we'll probably end up covering.
Yeah.
So, we have to do this right.
I need it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. 4.5.
Yeah.
I still hate you for that, but
Yep.
Okay.
we're getting there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna go sleep.
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember what I gave season 1.
I don't remember either.
And now I'm worried I'm gonna fucking scale this incorrectly.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Throw scale out the window.
But here's the thing: you can have a higher number for season 1, a lower number for season 2, a higher number for season 3.
I like this more than
right?
season 1. So excuse me if I fucked this up
Yeah.
and gave this somehow a lower score than
Yeah.
season 1. It's supposed to be higher, but I would give this season a 7.5.
7.5. I would actually go lower.
Okay.
Just because I know it's a lot of build up for this, right?
Okay.
For me, where it's like, there's little sparse things that are really important for later on, but I did enjoy in season 1 meeting Vegeta, right? Because he's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
So that's why it probably got a higher score. But season 2, I would probably give it like a 6.
Okay.
Dude, you went really fucking hard at me for a 6.
Well, yeah, because your 6s
Bro.
are stupid.
All right.
6 maybe. Okay, fine. I'll give it a 7. But because I'm looking at things overall.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, right.
I understand. That's why
Well,
you
look
go,
at it-
you
look
go
at it this
hard at
way.
me because of the overall. You score this season based on it as a standalone.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah. But also look at this. Maybe this will help you justify the 7 you just gave it. Yeah, you were hyped on meeting Vegeta in season 1. I feel like we really meet Vegeta season 2.
Sure. Season 1, he's just like a villain.
He's
No.
he's much more one-dimensional season 1 than
No,
he is season 2.
I think we really meet Vegeta in season 3. I think in season 3, once you get some of the stuff fleshed out, there is a lot more of like, oh, okay.
Well, we'll have to talk about
Okay,
that
yeah,
next
we'll
time.
get there. Yeah.
When we cover season 3.
All right. So next month you will be getting part 3, Dragon Ball Part 3. Hope you
Yeah.
guys enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, dude.
Where can people find you, Jordy?
At reaching in, please don't hate me.
They do.
Yeah,
I promise.
Just don't come to me and tell me you hate me. You can hate me in,
you know
in
what's
silence.
funny? It's like this weird love hate, right? Like you're a very endearing guy, and I do love you
thanks.
a lot. But like sometimes,
But-
man, it's just like, Come on.
I never feel that way about you. I only love you all the time.
That's fucking bullshit.
I don't know.
You're lying.
I don't know.
You're a liar.
You know when I hate you is when I'm sitting at home in my house and I have to watch 40 fucking straight episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Mikey, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me at Korean Barbecue 86 on Instagram. I've got cats. I've got toys. I don't really post all that much, but if you want to hit me up, that'd be cool. Just say hi. I like saying hi. I'll send you cat videos.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'll add you.
Yeah, sweet.
You can find me at hanger.91 on Instagram or hanger91.bigcartel.com for your anime merch and art prints and cool shit.
Very cool shit.
Very,
Yeah.
very cool shit.
Right on. Thanks,
Awesome.
Shweebs, for
That was a
tuning in.
blast.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
We love
you.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Bye.